This is a COPA realignment demo, and I would go through the entire concept and also a couple of screenshots with the demo for that COPA alignment. So let's go to the document, the profitability analysis COPA realignment. So the concept itself, as the name itself indicates, that the realignment means like whatever is posted in COPA that you are realigning based on the change requirements, and if the documents are posted with the original profitability segments, and if you want to change them subsequently, that's the realignment process that you would use. So let me show one example here. So here I'm showing you a screenshot with the K24 reports where these are the documents which are posted already, okay, and you can clearly see here the Material Group 1, 2, 3, 4. These material groups are not populated, so these are the original lines which are posted in COPA. Again, this is just one example I prepared for showing realignment here. So K24 report here, before having this particular realignment, the data is being shown here, and then let me check material master where the fields are picked up. So in the material master, if you see here, material group 1, 2, 3, 4, these pretty much these fields are like empty fields. So these are fields used in COPA, and original value was empty. Okay. And let us assume that these particular values are changed subsequently. So, and they want the business wanted change in the Material Group 1. So like here in this case, Material Group 1 is populated with OTH, other. Okay. So after changing this, now like mere changing the material master does not change the report, because this report is based on what is there already posted in the system. Okay, so let's go here. We updated the material master, and then so the transaction code used for realignment is KEND, which is KEND. Again, so the 1610 version of SAP S4 HANA, so that 1610 version, this KEND is available. If you are working on the 1511 version, this KEND is not available for account based COPA. So just wanted to make a note of that. KEND transaction code is now available. So in order to now, like, my objective is that I'll define the realignment and ensure that this particular changed characteristic, which is OTH, is updated into the report. Okay, so I'm going to run here, define the realignment here, like with the KEND transaction, give a meaningful name for realignment. So just give that name, and then after giving a realignment, you are requesting it. Okay, so you can have multiple requests for one particular realignment, but in this case, like the one request we are creating. And again here, what is the status of the request? It's what you can see here. It's new, and if it is it's successfully generated or like completed, then you can see here that the status here. So now I'm selecting, so when I'm requesting this, like basically what I'm doing is I'm selecting certain characteristics. Okay, so and then again here, a very important thing is that the date, like the lower limit and upper limit selection of the date range is very important. If you want a certain date range documents only to be realigned. Okay, so that is very important. And if you clearly see, this is coming from ACDOCA table. ACDOCA table is a universal journal table. From that it is coming. So I'm selecting that date range, and then conversion conditions also I'm putting here. The conversion conditions are basically what I'm telling the system is here, Material Group 1 I would like to change. So the moment I say that, okay, Material Group 1 I am going to change, So that's what the field that you are telling the system to realign, right? So the change that particular field. Okay, so after selecting that, I am pushing that field to here. So update material master here. Please note that no date is given here for the request 2. The first request was like with the request 1 is with the particular date here. Okay, so and again material group field I'm entering XXXX, whereas the material group 1 I wanted like the value to be re-derived. So material group 1 I'm deriving based on the selection criteria, and material group 2 I'm deriving based on like the value which I am forcing it. So like this is the value I'm forcing, whereas the other one is like re-deriving. Okay, so then like two requests are there. One request is for changing the group 1 and the second request is for changing the group 2. Again just notice that group 1 you are re-deriving, so means you are not entering any value there. Based on the system change it is going to re-derive, whereas material group 2 is that you are entering the data, so that XXX will be re-derived here. Okay, so I'm going further, and like these two requests are there, and you can pretty much run in the test mode, but it's like this is only for this is not for account based COPA, but it's only for like costing based kind of thing there. So let me just go back here. Okay, so the test gone through all this, and then when I'm going here again, two scenarios I was talking about. Okay, so the process, and with start date you can run, or like with without start date, like you can just run with the starting date, like, and you can always run in the test mode or pretty much update mode. Okay, so you can say immediate to or specific date or time. If a large number of changes are expected, then you will give a specific date. And once after immediate, you can start looking at your the job which is like successfully run or it's under process kind of thing. You can see there. So after completion, you can see the log. It will tell you that like Material Group 1 MVGR1 is a technical name of the field. MVGR1 and MVGR2, these are the two characteristics are re-derived. That's what the system is telling. After this particular thing, and if you go and again I'm running the report, you see here K24 report. It's interesting, right? So if all this same data, but now Material Group 2 has got XXX field, which is like we force that value, whereas specific date we have given. Remember that the date onwards, like we said the system that hey, from this date onwards you go ahead and change, rederive that material master. So like whatever the material master field has got MG1, which is OTH, that is rederived. So this is the way the values come back, and again, so originally they are not posted, but based on the change in the master data elements, this particular thing is rederived. Again, if you want to like restore back to the original values, you can always use again a restore function or delete function. Pretty much you can use that and rederive. Once it is restored, then again you can run the report. You see that like empty values are there here. Okay, so this is the way like realignment works. Again, just as a summary, realignment is a process where you are changing the COPA values which are posted to the COPA line items based on the changed characteristic values. So in the example that I have given, here is the Material Group 1 and 2. Okay, hopefully it's very clear, and again you can go through this document from the blog, which is you can always get this particular document from support blog post. From there you can get this document. Okay, and thanks for watching this particular video, and hopefully this clarified your thoughts around realignment, COPA realignment.